So I was out the other night with my buddy Scott, and he mentioned something about the little things. For example, it's the little things that make the big difference, right? So it's not necessarily how nice your jacket is, but it's more about how the jacket fits and if the sleeves are the right length and how you paired it up with the rest of your outfit. And I thought that was a pretty interesting topic for today's video. So let's dive in with a bunch of small details that you should be paying attention to. All right, but first things first, let me chat a little bit about tailoring. And because I just mentioned jackets, let me show you guys this. So I wore this jacket to an event just last week, and something about this thing really bothers me. Now, yes, of course, it's pink, and it's part of a whole pink suit, but it was appropriate for the event that I was at. But the thing is, the sleeves are just a little bit too long. Now, yes, I know this, and I should take care of it, and I should take it to a tailor. I just haven't got around to it yet. But the thing is, man, it bothered me like the entire night because I know the sleeves were too long. I know it should look better, and I know that I should do better. But now, look, this is just one of those small details that makes a big difference because people do notice. Now, it's not like it's crazy super long and covering my whole hand or anything, but the point is, it just doesn't look like it should. And that's the whole thing, right? It's just one of those little details that really does make a big difference. Another small detail that makes a big difference is making sure that your gig line is straight. And if you're not familiar, your gig line is the line from your shirt placket to your belt buckle to your fly. All of that should be in alignment. And when you tuck your shirt in, that's where it really makes a big difference. Make sure it lines up with your belt and your trousers. And when you wear a belt, just make sure it lines up as well. Again, it's just a small little thing, but when you see it on someone who doesn't pay attention and it's off, it's one of those things that you really do notice. Moving on to grooming, and I've talked about this like a million times at this point, but please make sure that you give yourself a once over in the mirror every day and take care of those nose hairs that might be sticking out and trim down or pluck out any scraggly eyebrow hairs, and make sure that you get a clean shave and trim down the hair on the sides and the back of your neck in between those haircuts. And on the topic of shaving, you guys, I've been using some of these new products from today's sponsor, Razor MD, for about, I want to say 2 weeks now, and I can tell you without any reservation, these are some of the best shave products I think I've ever used. I've been really digging their pre-shave oil, the shave cream, their beard products, and the post-shave lotion, and they've been completely game-changing. Now listen to this because I think you'll really appreciate it. So Razor MD products are made right here in the USA with the finest natural ingredients. Their ingredients include things like vitamin E, olive oil, avocado oil, lavender oil, coconut oil, and other amazing properties to ensure that you get the perfect shave. Not only that though, but their products are also made in their GMP certified laboratory, and as another bonus, they're paraben free. And something else that I personally really appreciate is they're also certified to be sold in the European Union, which has some of the world's most strictest cosmetic laws. They're also certified and registered in Russia, the United Arab Emirates, and many other countries. And in a world right now that's full of questionable ingredients, it's nice to know that companies like this are out there. I think that my two favorite products right now are the pre-shave oil and of course the shaving cream itself. These two combined together make for an extremely smooth shave, man. The razor just glides across your skin and I don't get any irritation at all. And like I mentioned a minute ago, they've got a bunch of other products as well, so I encourage you to click that link in the description and also use my discount code that's gonna get you 24% off your entire order. Don't wait on this one because it's only good for a limited time, and if they do sell out of these really popular products, you'll be out of luck. So again, don't wait. The link and the discount code are down below, and thank you Razor MD for sponsoring today's video. Oh, really quick, I want to circle back to jackets for a second, but one other thing that I did want to mention, when you buy a sports coat or a suit jacket, most of the time, they're going to come with a little tack thread on the jacket vents in the back. That little thread is supposed to be cut and pulled out so those vents can open up like they're supposed to when you move around and sit down. This stands out like a sore thumb if you don't remove that thread. So please make sure you cut it and then pull that thread out. Also on 2-button jackets, never ever for the rest of your life button the bottom button. Only ever button the top one. The bottom one is just there for looks. All right, one more thing about tailoring, but technically this could kind of be an entire video, but please make sure that your pants fit. And if they don't, have them tailored. Most guys are running around wearing pants that are just simply too long and they bunch up down on top of their shoes. I'm sure you've seen it like 1,000 times, and every time you do, you kind of wonder why he didn't just buy pants that fit. So maybe take just a couple of minutes and go through what you have and see if your pants could use a small adjustment. If they stack up and puddle on top of your shoes, or maybe if they're just a little bit too wide, have them hemmed and also tapered from about the knee down. It's a small detail that's an easy fix. Okay, next is ironing or steaming. Now, sometimes you can just get away with just throwing the shirt or the pair of pants into the dryer for a couple minutes to de-wrinkle it, but other times you just need to spend a few minutes with an iron or a steamer. It's really not that big of a deal, and it only takes a couple minutes, but again, it's one of those details that really does make a big difference. And the difference is between looking like you fell asleep wearing your clothes and looking polished and put together. Another small detail is coordinating your colors. Now, this one might take a little more effort, and I've talked about this a lot before in some other videos, but one of the easiest tools that you can use is the color wheel on the Canva website. You just pick a color, adjust how light or dark the shade you want is, and then it'll give you colors that match. You can choose a few different categories from that drop-down menu at the bottom. That way, you never make a color mistake. Now let's talk about shirts that are either tucked in or untucked. And for the record, I'm totally fine with that untucked look, but it's important to realize that not all shirts are meant to be untucked. Dress shirts, for example, have longer tails in the front and the back, and these look really funny untucked. So do this. If your shirt tails, when they're untucked, hang down past about mid-fly, it's too long and it should be tucked in. Now, if you want to wear that shirt untucked, just take it to a tailor and have them just cut an inch off the bottom and rehem it to the right length, and you're good to go. Okay, another detail that does make a big difference is your fragrance. Now, most guys don't wear any type of cologne at all, so if you do, that's automatically an advantage to you. However, with great power comes great responsibility. So here's a few things to keep in mind. Fresh fragrances are for the daytime, and more robust, sexier, darker, and smoky fragrances are better for evenings. So think about a warm weather day, right? Hanging out at some swanky rooftop bar with a view. A light citrusy, maybe slightly floral fragrance, that's gonna be perfect for that type of setting and environment. Now, a dark, heavy vanilla, musky, tobacco, whiskey fragrance would seem a little bit out of place. That's the fragrance that you want to wear during the evening, out at maybe like a nice lounge. But again, it's one of those details that goes a long way. And one more thing, please comment down below with anything else that you can add to this video. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And as always, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Live well, and I'll see you in the next one.